What's going on, everybody? This is Al from PlaybookGamer.com, and in the last Dynasty video, we took on Oklahoma in the Rose Bowl and ended up getting beat 29-17. Now, it was a close game throughout, but we had a really bad fourth quarter, and they was able to seal the victory. Now, our offense got worse as the game went on, as you could tell by the box score, and that was mainly because their defense was absolutely incredible. As you can see here, they had A talent on defense. I think their worst starter was at 86 overall. Strong safety, just insane amount of talent they had on that side. Hopefully we could accumulate that type of talent and develop that kind of talent down the road. But it was still a successful season. 8-4, we won the Pac-10 championship. We're 13th in the country, and we got a lot of players coming back for next season. And speaking of, this is what we're doing today. This is the off-season video. We're going to do some recruiting. We're going to look at our depth chart. We're going to do some position changes, all that fun stuff. Before we do that, we got to look at our roster really quick. Now, there it is. Michigan is your national champions. Let's go over to our roster. Actually, first of all, let's go back to recruiting, and we need to see what we're dealing with. So we have 58 players coming back if nobody leaves early and such, and we already got 5 commitments. That gets it up to 63, which means we only got 7 spots to fill without having to cut players, and I'm not the biggest fan of that, but sometimes you got no choice. As you can see here, we're kind of good at every position. We desperately need another fullback if we want to stick with our pro-style offense, which I want to do. We're going to talk about that here in a little bit, but at least now you know this is going to be a pretty small class in terms of what this video is going to show you. But let's go to our roster real quick. I've already taken notes of what I am needing. We'll start off at quarterback. We don't need anybody here. We got everybody coming back. Halfback, we already got 1 committed. We're going to lose Henry, but we got plenty of bodies there. Fullback, we need 1. Nichols is gone. I want to get 1 more person in here to have 2 at a time every single season. So we're going to try to at least get 1 guy there. Unfortunately, we don't have a halfback big enough or strong enough to be able to handle that position. Otherwise, I'd probably move somebody over, but we just don't have that, unfortunately. So we'll have to get a natural fullback or an athlete or tight end of some sort. We will do that in the position changes. I'm going to go ahead and write that down. PS beside fullback. Wide receiver, I put 1 maybe. We got 6 coming back. But if I can find a true stud to fill in, that would be great, but that's not the biggest need. Tight end is kind of the same thing. We got 1 leaving. I would like to have 4 at a time, but if we don't get that extra one, that's okay. Tackle, we're good. We already got 1 commitment coming in. Guard, we got plenty of guys coming back. 6 of them, we don't need any more. And at center, we don't need any more. All 3 of these guys are coming back. Defensive end, we're good here. We got 6 guys coming back. Defensive tackle, I'd like to get maybe 1 more. We're losing 1. We're going to have 4 come back next season, but it's not the biggest detriment if we don't pick 1 up. Outside linebacker, everybody's coming back. I'd like to get a true outside linebacker who can complement Vickers. We've had to move Palmer over to outside linebacker, but we're going to be okay at middle linebacker as well, so we're technically don't need anybody. Cornerback, we got 1 committed. We losing 2. That gets it down to 3, but we got 1 committed. Maybe I can go for a 5th one if I can find one. I'll go put down 1 just in case he's a cerebral stud. Free safety, I want 1 person here. We got both of these guys coming back, but I would love to redshirt somebody and kind of get them ready for the season after. And a strong safety, we picked up our biggest commitment so far, and all 3 of these guys are coming back, so we're kind of loaded at strong safeties in terms of bodies. I'd love to move 1 of these guys over to free safety, but unfortunately this game doesn't understand that strong safeties and free safeties are not super different from each other, but the game thinks it is. Either way. Kicker, we don't have a really good kicker. He's a true freshman. He actually was a first-team all-conference player. I'd like to find me a better one if I could, but if not, that's not that big of a deal. And our punter, he's a sophomore, 80 overall. We don't need anybody there. So according to my list, I have a total of 7 on this list that I would like to have. And what did we look at earlier? You go back to recruiting, and we decided that we only have 7 spots to fill. So that came out exactly, which I always find it funny that it does that. Last thing we want to look at before we head into the off season, let's go back to rosters, and we're going to go to program standards. Our bar is getting lower, but we need more people in trouble for us to get this down. I will probably keep the thing at 25%, maybe, yeah, probably at 25 once we get to our school budget. So let's go ahead and do that. Let's go to play week. We want to advance the off season. And let's go to off-season schedule. Let's go to school budgets. I'm going to keep this at 25, training of 40, recruiting at 35, to be honest. I'll probably leave it like this, only because we don't have a whole lot of wins. If I had more wins, I would probably decrease recruiting and up training, but I want to probably leave it like this because I feel like we didn't have a whole lot of points to spend last year on the guys we went after. I mean, I could sneak this down to like 30 and this go to 45. I just don't know. I'd rather do it like this, and I think we're going to be fine because you never know. We may have some players leave, and we're going to have to recruit even more. So let's go ahead and leave the school budget at this particular ratio. Looks like we have a transfer possibility. Willie Tuitama wants to leave, and honestly, I don't blame him. He didn't play any this year because of Rhodes and Burks as our backup dual threat guy. Let's see what I don't mind talking him into staying. We can do the bare minimum, but it looks like he really wants to leave. I'm going to do just the bare minimum, and we'll just see what he says. Man, this is a tough decision. You're going to have to give me some time, coach. I'm going to do this one more time. Again, we're only giving up 5 points here. We'll do this one more time. I can't just tell you one way or another right now. I've got to talk to my folks. All right, since he can't make up his mind, I'm going to let him leave. If he wants to leave, it's going to be the same thing next year as it was this year. It's going to be Rhodes. It's going to be Burks. I think I'm going to let him leave. So we'll just go ahead and let him do that, and then we're going to move on to the next step. Before we head back into the video, I just wanted to point out a few things that are in the shop. If you go to playbookgamer.com, you go to the main menu, I have ebooks and memory cards. You go into the film room, I got courses and coaching, and then I got the vault. So you go down to your shop under more, you can go there, and this is where I have everything. You go to my latest things. I have a couple of recent playbooks for NCAA Football 06, breakdowns there. I got a couple coaching services from a coaching video to a private coaching session. This is where you can go find the vault, where I got thousands of files there. And of course, I got courses, I got memory cards full of roster files and draft classes. I even have some non-football stuff for basketball and for some baseball as well. So make sure you check it out. I have the links all over the place. Here we are at Recruiting Central. Let's look at our pipeline states. We got California. That is obvious. Of course, we got Arizona. That's our local in-state. Then we got Texas as our other pipeline. That's been pretty consistent throughout. It'd be cool to have like Colorado and Utah's pipeline states, but they don't produce a ton of talent. So what we're going to do, we're going to go to interested prospects first. And look at all these 5-star kids. But you got to remember my house rules. I can't go after any 4 or 5-star players unless they're in my home state or we've produced an All-American at that position. We've only produced one All-American in this dynasty, and that's a strong safety. That's the reason I was able to get McDonald, the strong safety out of Texas, who's a 4-star kid. So all of these 5-star kids, unfortunately, I'm just not going to go after them. Again, that just makes things a little tougher on myself. Otherwise, we could be really loading up this class. But for now, let's just not do that. Let's just move on. So let's just start off. We got to be very selective. I don't have a whole lot of spots to fill. But let's look at this athlete. He's a JUCO kid. 4.58 awareness. I don't know what he could play. He's really heavy. He may be a fullback or something. I don't mind scouting him. Let's see. He's actually much faster. It'd be great if he could plug him in a fullback. We're going to leave him as is, but I'm not going to put a scholarship on him just yet. Kid out of South Carolina, Texas. Oh, this is a Texas 4-star kid. Oh, yeah, that's right. This is my other house rule. When it comes to athletes, I can kind of go after whoever. If you remember, I've done that last season. But anyway, it looks like we don't have a whole lot of options here. Let's go to quarterback. We don't need anybody here, thankfully, even though we just lost Tuitama. We got plenty of bodies there. Bunch of 2- and 1-star kids, so we're going to skip that. Halfback, we're kind of good at halfback, but I do want to see if we got any local kids that are 4-star. We do not. Bunch of California and Texas kids, but here are a couple of 3-stars I could look at, but we got a ton of bodies there already. We got 4 plus another one, the new guy coming in. Let's go to fullback. I'm not going to go after a 2-star fullback. It's not worth it. We can do without even using a fullback next season, so we're not going to bother here, unfortunately. Let's go to wide receiver. Nobody there. Okay, how about tight end? California kid, 4-star. We can't do it. 3-star California and California. Let's look at these 2 kids right here. I'm going to scout both. So we got a 4.82 with C-plus hands, and we got a 4.88 with C-plus hands. I don't like either one, but we may have to get a pure blocker for the sake of it. But I'm not going to put a scholarship on either one of them just yet. Looks like this kid's the stronger of the 2. If I went after either one, it'd probably be that one. But again, I'd rather have somebody who can catch the ball at least a little bit. I've been kind of disappointed with our tight ends the first 3 seasons. Haven't got a whole lot out of them yet just because they're dropping balls or just not very talented. but we'll see what happens. But neither one of those guys really excite me. Tackle, we're kind of good. We got bodies already there. We got 4 going to be in there next year. I don't mind scouting a couple of these. These are 3-star kids. I'm going to scout them. Here's a local kid, 527.05, and he's humongous. That's the kid I would kind of want. Then the 505, 695. This guy's even bigger. And then 486.55. So it's one of these two I'd go after. William Denman and Jason McCoy, the local kid. 505, 695, or 527.05. I think I may just put the scholarship on this kid. I like him a whole lot. You can't have too many offensive linemen. So let's just go ahead and put location for him. 3-star and below usually goes for that. Utah 5-star kid. I would love to go after him, but we can't. We haven't produced an All-American there, and I don't know if we ever will. 3-star Oregon kid, 6'3", 287. I'm not going to bother. It's not a need. Center, we don't need one. Defensive end, unless there's an in-state kid right there. I'm not really seeing one. Let's go to defensive tackle. 1 3-star kid, but at least he's big. I'm going to look at him. Looks like he's really want to go to USC. I love his size. I like his strength. I'm going to go ahead and put a scholarship on him. I don't know if we'll be able to get him, though, since it looks like he's destined for USC, though. Outside linebacker, I'd like to find a better player than what we got. Let's go to 3 stars. Here are several of these guys, 1 through 5. Just not much here to look at. Texas, Arizona, California, and California. This isn't a big need, so I'm going to skip it for now. I want to prioritize my points. Middle linebacker, actually what we need to do, let's go to in-state players first, and let's go over, as you can see here, in-state, we only got 1 4-star kid who's a corner. That may be the one we're going to go after here in a little bit. So I just wanted to make sure of that. Let's go back to in-state or interested prospects. Let's go back to middle linebacker. This isn't a big need, so it looks like the guys really wanting to come, but we don't have any of these guys that are in-state kids until you get down to the 3-star, and then we can recruit whoever. California, Oklahoma, it's just not a priority right now. Let's just skip over. Corner, I want to go to the corner out of Arizona. Where's he at? Texas, California, Florida. He's down here somewhere. Okay, the Arizona kid. I like his speed or his height. And 4.33, I like every bit of that. I like his height. That's the big thing, and he's fast enough. I think that's the one I want to go after. Let's go program prestige. How about we do that for now? I'm going to leave it at there. Otherwise, we're kind of okay at corner. I'd like to get him more than any of the other ones. Free safety, they're all 4 stars. I'd love to, but let's look at these 3 stars. Texas and California, let's look at both of these. 4.39, we need speed here in the world, and I love his height. Ooh, I really like this kid. A-, 4.52. I like this kid. I'm going to go ahead and put a scholarship on him. We'll do a location for him. Would love to have that guy. He's an ideal fit for what I'm looking for. Strong safety, we're good here. We don't need any more. Otherwise, I'd try to move one of these guys over to free safety. But again, like I said earlier, the game will not let us really do that. It just acts like we're moving an offensive tackle over to strong safety, and it just don't make a lot of sense. Kicker, none. Punter, none. And that's kind of it, really. So I'm going to go back. We got some spare. I can either use the remaining 92 points on these other guys, or I can really go after some other guys. Let me scout these other outside linebackers really quick. Here's a Texas kid. Texas, Arizona, California, and California. Let me just look at these really quickly. 4.52A. I like, he's humongous. You got a 4.52A plus. Big thing is speed on the outside because they got to do a lot of covering of slot receivers. 4.56, 4.48. That's not bad. And this is a 3-star kid out of California. Let me scout him. 4.52. So it just comes down to whatever I'm really needing. I want somebody who's smart and is fast. Like this kid right here would be ideal, to be honest. He's strong as an ox, too. But any of these guys will be good. I'm going to just scan them for now. We'll come back to them later. I want to use the rest of my points since I've already went through everything. Unfortunately, all these 4- and 5-star kids, we just can't go after just because they're not in-state or they're not a strong safety. So let's go to our current targets. And we only got 4 right here. Interesting. That's all we got? Wow. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go all out on these guys. Here's a Texas kid. We'll do 9. We'll do something like this. So we've maxed out all of those. I got 3 points left. I can go scout somebody else. Let's go to state prospects. And let me just look here. 2-star, 1. I'm just going to scout somebody. I think it only costs 3 points to scout an in-state kid. That's why I'm doing this. 2-star, 2. 3-star outside linebacker. I've already scouted him. 2-star middle linebacker. Corners, no. Just nobody there. So I really can't use those points anywhere. I'm actually okay with not using them, but I don't know what else to do. I don't have any other points, any other spots left to do it. Like, I can probably go do something like this. We'll do 16 for him. That doesn't even help, does it? All right, let's just go 8 for here. We'll go back to 30 there. Okay, we'll just sacrifice the 3 points. That's not that big of a deal. All right, that's a very quick first week. Let's move on to the next one. We did not get any commitments on week 1, which is highly expected. It's super rare to get somebody committed that first week. Let's go to current targets. Let's look at these 4 guys. So cornerback Harry Pears, we're in good shape for him, it appears. We just need to figure out what he is into. I'm going to go coach prestige for him. Next up, tackle Jason McCoy. We'll go no, let's go program prestige. Let's try that if location didn't work. Let's try this guy. Location didn't work for him. Let's go program prestige. And I think we're a 4-star program still. I could be wrong. So location for this kid. I'm going to max out the 30 points on him. I think that's a good idea. So that worked out pretty good. I still think he's going to USC, though. So that's it. We're only going after those 4 for now. But let's go back to interested prospects. And let's go look at some players. The athlete, the 1 4-star, I'm going to go after this kid. Let's just go coach prestige. Let's put a scholarship on him. Quarterback, no. Let's go halfback, nobody there. There was a couple of 3-star, but we got bodies there. I'm not worried about it. I'm not worried about fullback. Wide receiver, no. Tight end, a couple of these 3-star kids. Which one? I'm just looking for here's a positive pitch from this kid, so I think we got a good chance of getting him. I think we may need to make the sacrifice. I'm just going to go after this kid. Let's just go program prestige. I'm going to go like 8 points for him. I just want another body. At this point, if these receiving tight ends are going to help me out, they might as well just block better. I think they're probably better off. So I'm okay with going after this kid. Tackle, we were going after 1. Guard, I didn't need. Center, we're okay. Defensive end, we didn't go after any. We don't need to. Defensive tackle, we're going after that guy. Outside linebacker, it comes down to whichever ones I was looking for. Like this kid right here, I really liked. Do we got a positive pitch for any of these, though? Let me just look. We've done program prestige for all of these. And that was, yeah, none of them like the program prestige pitch. So I'm either going after this guy or this guy. I may go after both, to be honest. Let's just go location. And we'll try a location for this guy. We'll go after those 2. Okay, middle linebacker, okay, is that middle linebacker? No, we already, yeah, here it is, middle linebacker. My bad. We were looking at the outside linebackers. We're good at middle linebacker. We got 4 sitting there. I'm okay with that. Let's just go corner. We're going after that 1 guy already. Free safety, there just wasn't anybody here except for the one that I think we're going after. We're putting points on him. Strong safety, no. Kicker and punter, no. So what we got next is the week 2 guys. We got how many points left? We got 112 points. We're going to scout the rest of this and put the rest of those points into the guys we're going after. So let's go to athlete. Here's a 4-star athlete out of Florida. Again, this is the one stipulation because this guy could be a strong safety or something. You just never know. I'm going to scout him. He's out of Florida. That's a far away, but we'll try that anyways. We're going to go athlete. M. Ellis. Okay, let's keep going. Already down to the 3-star kids. That's a 3-star player. I didn't even look at this kid. Oh, he's the one out of South Carolina. I'm okay with not going after him. We'll go down to the 3s, and that's it. Keep on going. Here's one right here. Kid out of Ohio. I don't know. We can scout him. We can go ahead and put his name down. I could go recruit whoever. It's just going to cost a whole lot more points to go after a guy like this. So D. Walker. We'll write his name down. And that's it for the 3-stars. Let's go to quarterback. Unless there's just somebody special here. I don't expect any of these guys to be interested. Here's a 3-star kid that was interested. Kid out of California. We can scout him. Please have a good arm. Not bad. I'm going to write his name down at least. It ain't going to hurt. he can fill in that other spot. Ian Beverly. Write that name down. Let's keep going. Here's another 3-star kid out of Arizona, local. But his arm is terrible. His arm strength is even worse. If he had better legs, I may go after him, but it's not worth it. And we're still looking at 3-star kids. There's a bunch of them. Keep on going. Okay. Halfback. What we probably can do, I actually probably need to go to state prospects. And let me just see if I'm missing somebody. That way we'll know. It'll be real quick for us. Like, here's a 3-star center that may give us a chance. I'm going to write his name down at least. We'll go see Carlos Spencer. Who knows? He may be a good one. Now we're down to the 2-star kids, and we're not going to bother. So let's go back to all prospects. Halfback, we got bodies here, and I can't go after a guy like this because, again, that's out of state, and we haven't produced an All-American there. We need to, though. Fullback, here's a 3-star fullback out of Hawaii. Yes, we'll just go ahead and scout him. He's super slow, but at least he can feel a need. I'm going to go fullback and Brandon Thomas. We'll do something like that. Let's keep on going. And that's it for those. Wide receiver, let's go down to the 3-star kids. Like, here's a 4-star, but again, he's in California. He's not an in-state kid. 3-star, is there anybody here? Let's see, I'm not seeing it. We're still doing the 3-star ordeal. Here's a 3-star kid. Out of California, 6'6", 180. But he can't catch to save his life. C+ hands, can't do it. Let's keep going. You got to have receivers that can catch the ball. Here's another 3-star kid. Out of Nevada, a -441. He's not the smartest. I mean, I can write his name down at least. Wide receiver Chris Meeks. Do something like that. All right, tight end. 4-star kid. I'd love to get him, but he's out of state. 4-star, Idaho. Let's go down to the 3-star. Again, here's this 4-star kid that was interested to begin with, but again, he's out of state. Let's keep going. You just never know. 3. I'm looking for a down arrow. I'm not seeing it. All right. Tackle, we're fine. I'm not going to bother. Guard, we're good. Center, we're fine. We just actually looked at a guy already. Defensive end, we can check this. We'll have to go down to the 3-stars because none of those 4-stars are local. 3-star defensive end, he's too small. 218 pounds, I can't do it. Here's a 3-star kid, 6'4", 255 out of Alabama. He's very far away. JUCO. I'm not going to bother. Let's just move on to defensive tackle. 2 4-star kids. Can't do that. 3-star. Here's another 3-star right here out of Texas, 6'1", 197. I could put his name down at least. Defensive tackle. I got 58 points left. I got to be careful of that. Ryan Swain. He's big enough. That's fine. He's 290 plus. Let's go here. 6 feet, 283. That's too little. Weight does matter in this game. Utah, 6'5", 269. Nope, can't do it. All right, outside linebacker, we'll go down to the 3-stars. Again, none of those are Arizona prospects. Let's go 3-star. Here is one out of Minnesota. I'm not going to bother. We already got plenty of guys interested in us. I'm not going to waste points on that. Yeah, okay. Let's move on. Middle linebacker, we don't need it. Unless we find an awesome 3-star that just looks the part. We can go down here and see. That kid has already got us in his top 5. Same for that one. Here's a couple right here. Texas and Connecticut. Let's look at this Texas kid. 6'7", 213. A46. I like every bit of that, honestly. Let's go write his name down. Chad Williams. Do something like that. This is the slow part of recruiting, but it's well worth it. You just never know where you're going to find. Here is another one. Out of Maryland, I'm not going to bother. That's too far out. Cornerback, I'm not going... Well, I mean, we can check it, but I feel good about getting that one kid. All those guys are already interested anyways. Montana, JUCO kid, I don't need that. Need him that bad. Louisiana. Unless these guys are just super fast or something. Like this kid, 5'11", 6'4". Please be fast. 4.39. He's not very smart. I love his height, though, but I'm not going to go after him. It was worth a shot, though. If he had some speed to him, I'd go after him. 6'1", 170 out of California. How many points I got left? I got 43. 416. 429. That's a little bit better, and it's closer. We'll go write his name down. We'll go corner. Tremaine McFadden. I'd take him. Just in case that other guy doesn't want to commit. Here are a bunch of other ones. We're okay at corner already. Let's go to free safety. I'm more concerned about this one. I'd like to find somebody here. Just in case that other guy doesn't want to commit. So here's a 3-star kid out of California. 6'3", 210. 4'43". That's okay. I wish he was faster. I'll write his name down, though. Chris Watson. A lot of these kids are upset we didn't go after him. Here's a kid out of Maryland. I'm not going to bother. Way too far out. JUCO. I mean, unless he was just blazing fast. He's already a 4.37. I'm not going to bother on that one. Here's a kid out of Alaska. And he's a 4. I'm not going to do it. Look at his time already. 4.6. It's just not worth it. I got to spend those points elsewhere. All right, strong safety. We're good there. Kicker. I'd like to find somebody that is just a little bit better than what we got. But is there anybody interested? I'm not seeing it. Okay, punter. We don't. Here's a 3-star punter. But he's a JUCO. We don't really need him. We're kind of good at punter. So we got 31 points left. So let's go to current targets. And let's beef up some of these if we can. Let me go to my positive pitches first. Make sure they are maxed out. Like this kid is maxed out. This kid needs to be maxed out. Yes, I want to change it. Let me just make sure I've done that correctly. Okay. And that is it. So we got how many points left? Let's just max out the rest of these guys. I'm going to go 8 for him. And we're down to 2 points. So let's go right there. All right. So we're down to 0 points. Good deal. So let's move on to the next week. Looks like we picked up our first 2 commitments of the offseason. The free safety, Bryce Thompson. That is good. So I can mark out free safety. And a tight end. That's that big blocking tight end. So I can mark that out as well. So that's our 2 good pickups. Let's go to current targets. And I'm going to go ahead and just make sure tight end or free safety. Are there any others? No, looks like we are good there. Let's go down here. Looks like this athlete, that 4-star kid's going somewhere else, which is fine. Let's look at these other guys right here. Corner. We don't know what he's into yet. Let's do location for him, I guess, until we figure out what he likes. Program prestige for this guy, the tackle. Good deal. We'll take him. And location, we're going to max out this kid, the outside linebacker. Coach prestige, we'll go with this one. This guy, I don't know if we'll get him again, but we're trying. We may be able to get him after this one. So we have maxed out everybody that we can. We can look at some week 2 guys and see if there's anybody worth going after. Athlete, here's this 4-star athlete out of Florida. There we go. Here's our chance. I'm going to max out that guy right there. Hopefully he can play something. I don't know what. He may be our starting fullback for the next 3 or 4 years. If that's the case, then so be it. I'm going to max him out, though, because we get that positive pitch. So that's good. I'm going to put a check by him. Another athlete in Walker. I'd rather go after these athletes than about anything else. 4.35 A+ hands. I honestly want to go after him some more. So let's go program prestige. Let's just put points on him. So thankfully he put us in his top 5. Quarterback, the Beverly kid did not make that list. The center, what about that center? We already got a couple centers anyways. Looks like that didn't happen. That fullback, we do have a fullback somewhere. His last name is Thomas? And there he is, the 3-star kid out of Hawaii. I'm going to go ahead and put a scholarship on him. We technically need somebody there. Let's do coach and style there. Let's do location instead. How about that? I changed my mind. Let's go location. We'll do something like that. Good deal. Wide receiver in Meeks. He's not on there. 3-star kid out of California. This is the kid that didn't have good hands, right? Yeah. Defensive tackle. Swain. Is he worth going after? There he is. 3-star tackle. Let's go ahead and put a scholarship on him. I'm going to do location. Just in case this guy decides not to commit. You got to have backups. Middle linebacker. And Williams. Is he on here? There's a Williams somewhere. Hopefully. There he is. Chad Williams. Out of Texas. 6'7", 213. Let's go ahead and put a scholarship on him. I'm going to do 3-star. Let's go location for him. We'll do that. And a corner. McFadden is his name. 3-star McFadden. We'll put a scholarship on him just in case. If we can find him. There he is. So all of these week 2 guys are working out for us pretty well. We just don't know what he's into. He's a 3-star. Let's go location for him. And last but not least, a free safety in Watson. We already got the... Oh, yeah, I can mark him off. That's right. I'm going to mark him off. We don't need him. We're good. All right, so we got a few more points left. Let's go back to current targets. And let's max out our points as best we can. We got 10 left. I'm going to go 8 here. That gives us 3 points left. Let's go 4 to there. Tackle, I think we maxed out him. And we maxed out him. I'm going to go 4 right there. That gives us 1 point. I don't think we can use that anywhere. I could be wrong. Can't go there, and we can't go there. And can we go here? Nope, man, we can't. It's going to have to be a local kid, and it's not look like it's going to happen. So we got 1 point left. That's not a big deal. But this is a great week. We got a bunch of bodies here. We think we can get some more commitments. Let's see if we can do that. Let's move on to the next week. Looks like we picked up 2 more commitments. That 4-star athlete, really excited about what he can do, whatever that is, we'll find out. And we got an outside linebacker, so that's good. It didn't feel either of the needs that we was looking for, a fullback, wide receiver, defensive tackle, or corner. But I can see this guy playing fullback, maybe? I don't know. We'll just see what happens, but we're excited to have him. All right, let's go to current targets. Let's go take out some players. I'm sure we had a couple guys. Okay, it's that fullback, that Thomas kid. He's gone. Now here's an outside linebacker. That's okay. We're good with that. Corner, the McFadden kid. I'm going to go ahead and mark his name out. That didn't work. And a defensive tackle, the Swain kid. So this Beal kid, if we can get him to commit, that'd be great. He just needs to kind of make up his mind. So let's go back to the corner. There we go. We finally figured out what this kid wants, and it is location, the corner. Looks like we're going to go max out for this tackle, local product. Middle linebacker, we're going to max him out. This is looking good. Coach proceeds. I'm going to max out this athlete. And we're going to max out this kid as best we can. And that is it. We're down to 7 points. So I can either go after... I want to use those points somewhere. Let's go back to interested prospects. At fullback, I'm not going to waste points on a 2-star. No offense to him. Let's go to defensive tackle. I think we're out of options there. We're down to 2-star kids. I just don't think it's worth it. Corner, I'd like to get one more. So I may go after one of these 3-star kids, I guess. We got several that like us. We just need to figure out what they're into. Ohio, Louisiana, that guy was just too slow and too far away. Colorado, let me scan 439A. That's not bad. Finley, let's keep going. 416. And we're out of points, so I can't even put a scholarship on that kid, can I? On the Colorado kid? No, I can't. I'm out of points altogether. I can't do anything. All right, I'm going to write his name down, though. We're going to go cornerback. What's his name? C. Finley. We can probably write his name down later on. So we're down to literally 1 point. All right, very quick week. Let's move on to the next and final week. Good deal. We finally picked up that cornerback, another local kid. So we got 2 local corners. Really excited about that. We got a tackle. That's good to see. Another local product. And there is that 3-star athlete, another one, Dustin Walker. Really excited to have him. So that gives us like exactly 7 players committed. So we can go back to current targets. And we're going after one guy left, I guess. Got a positive pitch. Let's just max him out. Let's go find that other corner we was talking about earlier. Let's go to interested prospects. Let's go to that corner, and we can max him out and maybe hope for the best. Finley is his last name, so let's go down here, and there he is. 6'1", 194. He's smart. I think we like every bit of that. Let's just go Coach Prestige, I guess. We can do location. We can try that at least. Let's do that. We'll do 30 points for him, and that is it. I'm not going to spend any more points on anybody. I don't think it's worth it. I don't want to try to cut more players than I have to. Let's go back to current targets. We got the corner maxed out, and we got this guy maxed out. And again, those 44 points, they can go somewhere. I mean, I could go recruit somebody, but who am I going to go after? You know, let's go back to instant prospects. Unless one of these other athletes, like... Let me look here. Core, I'm going after my week 2 guys again, just in case somebody popped back up. None of those guys did. Wide receiver, Meeks, he committed to Boise State. Defensive tackle. None of those guys are on the list. The middle linebacker, and we're already going after him, which is the Williams kid. There he is. So I don't know who else. I mean, we're kind of good other than fullback, to be honest. I think one of those athletes can fill that spot. So I'm actually okay with not using the rest of those points. Let's finish up recruiting. looks like we picked up the cornerback from Colorado. That was just a late addition, but you can't have too many corners, especially in this day and age with the spread offense and such. So it's good to have that. Maybe I can play more dime down the road. So that's good that we filled up a need right there. I think now we're up to 5 corners, which is great. I can redshirt somebody. All right, let's look at our signings. And we picked up exactly, what, 8 guys? I think 3, 6, 7. Oh, if you don't count the in-state guys, but we're going to go back up. Let's so 3, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So I think we're 1 over. So that worked out great for us. I think we're going to have to cut 1 guy. We got 2 athletes, Matt Ellis and Dustin Walker. We got a quarterback or a halfback, the 4-star kid that we picked up in the regular season. I'm excited for him. Tight end, we picked up 1 kid right there. That was a good pickup there. 2 tackles, bigger guys. They're going to be development players. You're going to go to defensive outside linebacker. We pick up a 3-star kid and Jeremy Quinn. Middle linebacker, the 4-star kid. That was a local in-state guy we picked up in the regular season, if I'm not mistaken. And a corner, middle line, or 3 corners, 2 4-star kids, which is big. They're going to be our future starters here in about a year or so. And a 3rd one to boot. We picked up a free safety as well, like him a whole lot. And we picked up big 4-star Will McDonald. And that is it. So our top guy, apparently, I guess, is the Richard kid. I'm seeing a bunch of 4-stars. I think this is a really good class for as small as it is. Let's go to top classes. You got Texas, Oklahoma, Virginia. How about them? Mainly because they picked up some 5-star kids. USC, so on and so forth. Where are we? We are 23rd in the country. That's actually really good for as small as a class of only 13 kids. I'm really excited about that. All right, let's move on to the next step. Before we head back into the video, I just wanted to point out a few things that are in the shop. If you go to playbookgamer.com, you go to the main menu, I have ebooks and memory cards. You go under the film room, I got courses and coaching, and then I got the vault. So you go down to your shop under more, you can go there, and this is where I have everything. You go to my latest things. I have a couple of recent playbooks for NCAA Football 06, breakdowns there. I got a couple coaching services from a coaching video to a private coaching session. This is where you can go find the vault, where I got thousands of files there. And of course, I got courses, I got memory cards full of roster files and draft classes. I even have some non-football stuff for basketball and for some baseball as well. So make sure you check it out. I have the links all over the place. It is time to change positions. I love this part of the offseason, so let's get right into it. Quarterback, we got 3 guys here. We don't really need to do anything. Halfback, we got a bunch of stable bodies here. Now, I do want to check our true freshmen. So Larson, he was a 4-star in-state kid, and he's 72 overall. So what happened there, do you think? I don't know. Whatever reason, he's going to be a developmental type player. Fullback, we don't have anybody there to change, really. Again, I would love to move one of these guys over to fullback, but none of these guys are big or strong enough to do it. Wide receiver, we didn't pick up anybody new. So this is your 6 guys right there, pretty much. Tight end, we did pick up a new guy, and that is this kid, 68 overall. Not very good, but he's a blocker. I just need him to push people around. That's all that matters there. Tackle, we picked up 2 guys. Look, oh, this was a good one. Jason McCoy, 78 overall, 3-star kid. That is a diamond in the rough. The Johnson kid, not so much. Just a 70 overall. He'll definitely redshirt. Guard, we didn't pick up anybody new, if I'm not mistaken. Center, we didn't pick up anybody either. Defensive end, we didn't pick up anybody new. One thing I actually need to go back. I just forgot about this. Okay, who's going to be our starting tackles? 84, 82. I'm pretty sure that's going to be those guys. So I like that look. How about guard? I completely forgot to do this. Yes and yes. I think I like every bit of that. Everybody's coming back anyway, so there's no change. All right, back to defensive end. We got Long and Turner. We can move. I don't know. We can, like, I need to move some speed over. This needs to be a left end. This guy needs to be a left end. This guy needs to be a right end. I want my speed at left end. They just tend to work out better in terms of sacks. And this guy, we can put it left end. No, we'll put right. We'll do that. Okay, defensive tackle. We don't have to do anything here, but we did pick up... No, we didn't pick up anybody, did we? So we got our 4 right there. Outside linebacker. I'm going to put... Look at this true freshman. 70, that was a good pickup right there. 76 overall, true freshman. This is going to be a starting... right outside linebacker for me. I'm going to go put it right there, or awareness. Actually, yes. I think this guy's going to red shirt. This kid right here. And we're going to put one of these guys at left. Outside linebacker. Doesn't really matter. Let's go put him at left. Do something like that. Yeah, 3 and 3. Middle linebacker. Oh, who did we pick up? Is this the only one we picked up outside linebacker-wise for freshman? I think it is. That kid's going to be a stud. What about middle linebacker? We did pick up this kid right here. Let's see. Here's another 4-star kid in the regular season who's a 72 overall. That's just a shame. It just didn't work out. Don't know why. I don't know if it's a regular season thing. I don't know. But that's a disappointment. You roll with it, though. Corner, this should be okay, I would think. So true freshman, 76 for pairs. That was a good pickup. Richard, another 4-star regular season kid that pooped the bed, pretty much. 70. Then we got this kid right here, the Finley kid, 70 as well. Not looking all that great, but we haven't started training yet. But we're not going to move anybody. We don't have to. Free safety, we did pick up this kid. Great pickup. Bryce Thompson, 3-star kid, 78 overall. Love it, love it, love it. Good job, Al. Strong safety, Will McDonald, 76. Good. We'll take that for sure. I like it. So we're in really good shape in the secondary, especially on the back end. We didn't have to do anything there. So let me just make sure. Let me go through these real quick before we move some of these athletes around. I'm not going to move a fullback over. They may place a walk-on if I don't move somebody, one of those athletes. Wide receiver, I think we're okay. I think, like, I could try. Like, who can't catch the ball? Can this guy play fullback? 65, 68. I need some. Both these guys can catch. This is a tough decision. Fullback, 65. 65 there. We're going to just leave him as is. I think we're good everywhere else. There's no big changes I have to make. I think we're fine here. Middle linebacker, we're fine. Corner, we're good. I think we're good. So let's look at these two athletes. Matt Ellis, what can he play? 70 at halfback, 90 at fullback. That's what I was looking for. We may put him right there. 78 at tight end. Wow, that's impressive. Let's keep going. 76 at defensive end. Wow, this kid's a freak. Play middle linebacker, let's see. So it's either going to be a fullback at 90. What can he do? He's got the speed. He can't catch. Can he carry the ball? 78 on the carry. That is really good. Ooh, I can run with him. Like, I can do more. He can't catch it, which means he can't play tight end. That's a given. So I think it's obvious we got to play him at fullback. Do we need him at defensive end? Oh, my gosh. I think we got plenty of bodies here at defensive end. Let's go back all the way over here. Like, we got some young pups down here that are just ready to go. We're going to put him at fullback. I think that is the obvious choice. That kid's going to be a stud. Oh, my gosh. So let's go back to the athlete. Matt Ellis. We're going to turn him into an All-American fullback if I can help it. Let's go that right there. Hopefully he stays at 90. I don't really know what to expect, but let's go with Dustin Walker. What can he do? 65, 68. Not much on the offensive side. Wow, this kid can't do anything. Corner at 70. Free safety, and that's it. Wow, he can't do anything at all. He's got 90 speed, though. He's got 74 on the catch, but why can't he play corner or wide receiver? Why can't he? He's a 68. That's the best he can do, I guess. We're going to put him at wide receiver. I like his speed. He may be able to be a special teams guy for us. I'll probably put him there. He's not big enough to play anything else. I could put him at corner. Corner was his other good position at 70. But do we need another 70 corner? Does that make sense? Do we need another guy all the way down here? We actually need more bodies at wide receiver. So I think I'm okay with keeping him at athlete. All right, let's move on to the next spot. Time to train, and this is what we put most of our points in. We need these guys to get a whole lot better, and you're already seeing 8 and 6, some really high numbers. Let's go to quarterback. I'm going to put this on the overall sort. And Rhodes went up 3. Williams went up 4. So that is just really good right there. Halfback 2s and 2s. 6 for Tyler. Good for him. 4 for Parker. Looks like Longbonds is going to be our starter next year. Fullback, Miranda went up 4. Wide receiver, 4 for Oliver. But everybody else went up 1 or 2. Tight end, Winbush went up 6. Good for him, but our starters definitely going to be Bell next year. Left tackle, we only got one left tackle that's came back, I guess. 4 for Wacos. I can't say his last name. Roman went up 4. Looks like Jackson went up 4. Curley went up 4. Look at this guy. Went up 8. Wow, we're in great shape at center now. That's good. Right guard, Longacre went up 4. Look at that, 91 overall. That's awesome. Wesley went up 5. Wow, our offensive line development is incredible at the moment. At right tackle. So our offensive line is going to be super solid next year. Defensive end, 4s and 2s. 4s across the board for right ends. Defensive tackle, 3s and 4s and 2s. This is what happens when you dump a lot of points into training players. It's like free better players in a sense. I don't know. It just shows you that it's very nice to have if you could dump points into this portion of your school budget. Livingston went up 6, but our starter's still going to be Vickers. Middle linebacker, McCovey, is moving right, getting close with Palmer right there, so that's an interesting development. Right outside linebacker, Lopez and Moore. Who's going to start there next year? We'll see. Corner, 3, 2, and 4. Looks like Deloach and Singleton are our starters next year. Free safety, 88 overall for Patrick. Went up 2. The other guy went up 2. And Prince. Strong safety, 3, 4, and 2. Look on, we got a bunch of guys in the 80s. That's awesome. Kicker, +8. We needed that in the worst way. I'm glad I didn't waste points on getting a kicker. Punter went up 5. That is awesome to see. So let's move on to the next step. We are going to cut one player. As you can see, we got 71 on the roster. When you get down to 70, that's why I try not to over-recruit. It's just no fun when you have to cut players when you don't have to. But we're going to have to cut somebody. We got 3 quarterbacks, a bunch of halfbacks. I'm not going to cut one there yet. Fullback. So they gave us... Why do they give us this kid? He's a walk-on. We already had 2 on the roster. I moved Ellis already over. But he's not going to do it. Yes, there we go. Why do they put him on there? They didn't have to. All right, that was a very easy decision. So we are in really good shape right there. All right, good deal. Let's move on to the next step. Here we are at the final step. We're just going to look at our roster and kind of see what to expect heading into next season. This is very exciting. As you can see, our top 6 players, we got 3 guys in the 90s and 3 at 89 apiece. It's just looking really strong for next year. Well, let's go to each position. Starting off, Paul Rhodes is our starter for next year all the way. And, of course, Burks is going to have a package or 2 just because of his legs, him being a senior. Really excited about that. And I think we're in a really good position at quarterback, especially with Rhodes only being a junior. Let's move on to halfback. Really good room, I can tell. We got a junior in long bonds. He's going to start. Smith is going to help him out a little bit. And then these other guys are just going to probably a lot of these are already redshirted. We're going to redshirt this true freshman, Wesley Larson. He can have 47. No offense to him, but unfortunately, I don't know if he'll ever see the field. He's just not good enough. Unfortunately, we just kind of we got unlucky with him. Fullback, we got very lucky with this kid. Matt Ellis, 90 overall fullback. I'm going to try my best to give him the ball which way I can. He's just too talented not to. We're going to use more fullback-oriented formations because of it. Might as well. Really excited about him. He is number 40. We'll take that. We'll let him have it. Wide receiver, we're in good shape. We got... Looks no different than last year. We only lost Johnson. So we got to figure out who's going to be our X receiver in Y and Z. Looks like McCoy is going to be our X receiver. Thomas will still stay in the slot because he's so little. Then Marks will still stay at the Z spot. But look at this. We got an impact receiver in Denard. I was not expecting that. So he may be our X receiver. That just made things a whole lot easier for me. But we got enough bodies where we can go a lot more 4 wide than usual. So that's pretty cool to see. So Dustin Walker, the true freshman, 82 is his number. We're going to let him have that. I'm okay with that. But that's just a really good-looking wide receiver unit. And excited to have an impact player. Just let me make sure I didn't see anybody else. Okay, good deal. It's been a while since we had an impact receiver. I guess, was it Vickers a couple years back? Tight end, Bale is our go-to tight end. He's got the speed. He can't catch all that well. Hopefully he can still do his part, though. I don't know how effective he'll be in the passing game, but we'll see. True freshman, Greg Sapur. I hope I said that correctly. Number 81 in your program. You go to tackle. We picked up true freshman Jason McCoy. Really good pickup for us. This kid, not so much. He is number 77. But our 2 starters, look at this. 88 and 87. That's really good. Guard, 91 and 84. So we got a bunch of seniors going to be playing for us on the line, but our offensive line is going to look super strong coming up. Center, we didn't pick up anybody new. We got 84 right there. Jackson is coming on. I mean, he has a chance to maybe get that. I like his awareness. I don't know. That's something I'll have to think about for the next video. Defensive end, look at this, 90, 89, 80. I mean, we just got a loaded group right here. Really strong, and I love it. Defensive tackle, we got one really good one, 87 overall, but we got a bunch of young pups behind him, a freshman and 2 sophomores. I'll probably go after another one here in the offseason or in the regular season. I think I wasted my time on the regular season recruiting. None of these guys are really stepping up the way I'd like, other than McDonald. He's about the only one. Outside linebacker, this kid right here, if I can find him, Jeremy Quinn. He was actually number 2 on the list, but we had a lot of good training. So that means I can redshirt him, and we're going to be well off. He's technically our worst kid, but we know that he's not. Really excited about him. Either way, he's number 56, which is fine. The rest of these guys, Vickers and Lopez, or somebody may be starting an outside linebacker unless McCovey steps right on in. We got 2 really good middle linebackers, 87 and 84 with Palmer and McCovey. True freshman, Lawrence Hall, that just didn't work out, but he is number 41. We'll redshirt him. He may be able to develop pretty well. Corner, true freshman, Harry Pear. Yes, we're going to give him number 1. I think he's earned it. He's one of the better guys we've picked up. 91 speed, excited about that. Here's the other 2 freshmen, Andrew Richard, number 7, and Charles Finley. I'm going to give them other numbers. No offense to them, but they don't deserve those single digits. Let's give this kid, let's go to player info. I'm going to give him 27 or 37. Let's give him 27. Sorry, if you were talented enough, I'd give you something better. Charles Finley, let's give him 25 or 35. There's 35. We'll give him that one. Again, sorry. Yeah, I wish you were better. I wish you could have those single digits, but you can't. I actually may go back to that fullback and give him something different. Free safety, true freshman, Bryce Thompson. I love that number, honestly, for a free safety. Number 16, we're going to let him have that. Strong safety, Will McDonald, 44. Interesting. That's an odd, interesting number for a strong safety. I actually kind of like it. I think I'm going to let him have it. But we're excited to have him. But here is our other impact player. So looks like Tatum has to start. That is weird. But he's the faster of the 2, and he's got better awareness. That's just an interesting situation. Looks like Tatum's going to be our starter. So those are our 2 impact guys, Tatum and the wide receiver. Let's go to kicker. We're okay there. We're solid across the board, fellas. I hope you're excited. I know I am. Just want to make sure there's Tatum and there is Denard. Those will probably change throughout the season. We'll see. But I hope you're excited about this upcoming season. I think this team is good enough to maybe compete for a national championship. I think we can win the conference again, but can we win the whole thing? If I let up on my schedule, we'll see. Now, one last thing before we leave. Decide, do I give him 40 or I'm going to give him something else? I'm going to go ahead and just change his number. This kid is a 90 overall. Let's give him either 9 or 4. Is 4 available? No, let's give him 9. How about that? We're going to go give him number 9 at fullback. I think that's a good number for him because he's a 90 overall starting out. He's going to end up as a 99 by the time he's a sophomore or something. Who knows? It's going to be really exciting. I can't wait to unleash this kid. All right, hopefully you enjoyed all this. Let's get ready for the upcoming season, and I'll talk to you later.